Okay. All right. So, man, listen. Here I am trying to get this YouTube channel up, man. So, hope to get better at this. Hope to, get my dictation together, man. So, listen, this is me being honest. Um, I just want to start off by ranting on some things. That'll be a tradition because I hear a lot of things, man. My head start ringing. Listen, we all have our opinions and stuff like that. We all have our viewpoints. That's the fun of sports. We play it competitively. We talk it competitively. That's the fun of sports. Where we're fans and stuff like that. We see things. We see things from our perspective, right? And that's what I want to do. I want to give you my perspective. I want to give you an educated perspective on just how I see things. So, again, like I said, my name is King Speaks Rowe. I call myself, the thought process behind my name is, I think like a king, I talk like a king. I give you an honest perspective. I give you a truthful perspective. Well, do I have my biases? Of course. But there's reasons behind them. I mean, that's like everybody else. But I look to, my mission is to call people out on certain perspectives that they have that might not be focused. It might not be consistent. So I want to get into the crux of what the crux of today's video or today's rant. This is one I'm actually doing at home instead of the car, like you might normally see me do. But I just saw the All-Star results, at least for the East. I don't know if they've named them or they tabulated it yet for the West, but I posted in the community tab the rankings of the votes. So you got the top 20. It's 50% fan vote, 25% media, and 25% player. So the players put on their votes, the media, and the fans. So 50% is ranked by the 50% for the players, 25%. I mean for the fans, 25% for the media, 25% for the players. So as you see in the East, you have Karl-Anthony Towns at center. The forwards will be Giannis and Jason Tatum. The guards will be the backcourt will be Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell, and I think it's all deserve it. They're all on good teams. They're all on the top 4 teams in the East. You'll have Donovan Mitchell. You'll have the top vote getter by fans was LaMelo Ball, and there's a lot of people. I can't even tell you how many games LaMelo Ball's played. I would venture to believe it was in the 30s. He has missed some time this year, but he's put up some impressive numbers, albeit on a 13th seed. So all the players that started for the East so far are on the top 4 seeds. 2 Knicks, I think they deserve it. I think Cat has been the best center, and I think Jalen Brunson has been the best point guard. It's not even Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson hasn't played as well as he played last year. But he has definitely been the best point guard in the East so far this year. So maybe they could have put 2 Celtics, but how do you take Donovan Mitchell off? How do you take Giannis off? Karl Towns definitely deserves it. So look, LaMelo will likely get a reserve spot. It's a little guard heavy, and they probably have to take a couple more forwards, just to kind of make it up. But it's still gonna be a little guard heavy because you got guys like Trae Young, Darius Garland. So guys that come into mind. Trae Young, Darius Garland. Orlando deserves to have one. I don't know who you do it. I don't know how you do it because Banchero got a lot of fan votes, but he's missed a lot of time. They kind of fell off there like the 8th seed now, but Orlando was really playing good basketball for a while. But it's gotta be kind of hard to angle a player from Orlando on there. The Celtics might get 2 more. I would actually put Brown and White on the team. So Celtics would get 2 more. The Cavs deserve at least another player. I actually would put Mobley on there. I think Mobley, the league deserves. He's injured right now. But the league deserves to see if he can get healthy for the next, in the next 3 weeks. He deserves to be on there. Who else am I thinking? Cade Cunningham deserves a spot. The world deserves to see Cade Cunningham on a big stage. You got, what else you got? I'm just going to try to go by team. I mean, maybe Dame. I would snub Dame, to be honest. I think guys like possibly Garland and definitely Cade. Probably even LaMelo deserves to be there over him. I mean, look, LaMelo is a dynamic player on a bad team. How much do you, Toronto, RJ Barrett might, if somebody's hurt, or maybe even straight up, RJ Barrett or Scotty Barnes deserve a little bit of a nod. They're playing pretty well. Barrett especially hasn't had too many major injuries so far this season. But it might be a reach being that Toronto was probably, no Wizards, no Nets. Thinking of some teams I think I'm missing. Miami, Tyler Hero, he deserves to be on it. It's a backcourt heavy so far. I'm thinking, I'm just trying to go team by team. I covered Orlando, I covered the Knicks, I covered Brooklyn, I covered Boston. Philly, Tyrese Maxey. You might be able to put Tyrese Maxey. Philly doesn't deserve another one, so I don't care. Embiid doesn't deserve it. He just hasn't been there long enough. He hasn't been there enough. He's played well, but you're talking about, has he played 15 games? You're not going to put a guy that's played 15 games that's likely going to be injured and probably has to be injury reserved anyway in that All-Star game. Doesn't deserve it. Trying to think of a second center in the East. You got to at least put one more center, one more big guy. You got Jared Allen. Mobley is a forward. Because the forwards are light. Banchero and Wagner, who played at an All-Star level, but they've been hurt for so long. Maybe you want to put Wagner. He played about 20-something games. I'm trying to think. I'm really trying to think. So we already know the 5 starters. My reserve is definitely Brown, definitely Mobley, definitely White. That's 3. Brown could possibly count as a forward, so Mobley counts as a forward. White, again, probably one of the best defensive guards in the league. Early on I thought the Knicks might get 3. Bridges, I got White, especially where Boston is in the standings. I got White over them too. Mobley gives the Cavs a second player, which they deserve. They might deserve a third. That's I'm holding out on Garland. Cade Cunningham is a guard. Can play him at forward, but he is a guard. That's 4. Definitely got to put Cade there. So the 5th, I was saying someone earlier deserves to be put on that stage too. LaMelo's another guard. That would make 5 if I'm going to put him there. We got LaMelo, Cade. Might have to snub Garland right now. LaMelo, Cade, Mobley. See, now I'm holding out for one center. I'm trying to think. Bam Adebayo. Also Hero. That's That's 6. That's 11. And now, if I put Hero, if I put White, I put him in Jaylen Brown, Mobley. That gives Cavs 2. And again, because he's a forward, gonna have to shut Orlando out. Gonna have to shut Toronto out. I like Barnes and Barrett, but so definitely Detroit. Again, Cade is Detroit's representative. Period. And Detroit, surprise team this year, playing very competitive. No Dame. Yeah, Dame is out this year. Yeah, no Dame. I would take LaMelo over Dame just because LaMelo's been spectacular, and albeit in a few games, but especially where he was in the voting, he is the leading vote getting guard in the East. So I would have to satisfy that thirst to see LaMelo by putting LaMelo on the team. So let's I'm getting look, this is kind of rough, guys. I'm just kind of running off memory. I got to start kind of like writing things down and writing notes down, but I'm just going over memory. Now that don't even have the numbers in front of me. That's one thing you're gonna see with me. I don't look at numbers to make points. I make points and find the numbers to support what I'm saying. So I'll go by what I've seen, just the numbers I've seen, and try to keep it in memory. But that's one thing I don't do when making basketball arguments. I think that leaves you on a slippery slope. That leaves you on a slippery slope when you make numbers, when you use numbers to make your points. So, I got my six reserves. Definitely, like, if I don't see. Oh, look, I guess White is arguable, but White, again, I think White has been the best defensive guard in the league. And I'm sure his numbers, if I had his numbers, they're impressive enough. We got, basically the leading vote getter at all three levels is Giannis, deservedly so. Very, just balling. I mean, between him and the Joker and SCA, that's your 3 best players in the league, without a doubt. And one of them probably SCA gonna win the MVP, unless something drastically changes in the standings. You got so I'm trying to think that last one. I might have to Garland is out. Mobley is definitely in. Could I put Jared Allen and give him 3 Cavs without Garland? And that'd be wild. Well, Jared Allen might be the second best center in the East this year. He might be playing better than Adebayo. Adebayo's in a down year, and I'm not going to reward him, a player playing on a down year, whose team is blah. No Embiid. Yeah, no Embiid. Look, you're not playing enough. You're not playing back-to-backs. You missed about 9 straight games. You missed games early in the year. You didn't play till like game 10. You made your debut against the Knicks, and you played horribly. You've missed at least 20 games. Like I'm not with the habit. I mean, I think it's a good idea to not reward players who are injured, and even that, give me, you got to give me at least 30 to 40 games. At the point by the time the All-Star break starts, you have 50 games right now. Everybody's played around 40, 45. They play about half the season schedule, and by the time the All-Star game gets here, you're gonna play about 50, damn near 60 games. That's just kind of the way it is, especially now with the Super Bowl being pushed back one week than it used to be, because usually the All-Star game is the Sunday after the Super Bowl, right? Once the NFL gets up out of here, and the NBA takes center court, so baseball starts. So again, I'm just trying to think of that last play. I guess I want to put a center because Mobley is a power forward. I mean, you can play him at center, and I guess they do kind of do positionless, but I'm gonna say here because it's got to be a front court player. I think we have enough guards. We got LaMelo, we got White. Again, I like White. We got Cade. All three of those guys are deserving. And that's your backcourt. And I mean, and then so we got them. Definitely got Mobley. Definitely got Jaylen Brown, who I'm counting as a forward, right? Yeah, he is a forward. He's a small forward. That's 10. Again, Hero, and that's 4 guards. See, now you got 4 guards in the reserves. You got 6 backcourt, 6 front court. I got 6'5" now. So my last guy, I gotta make it a front court player. And again, I prefer him to be a center. And I'm trying to think about team by team and think if I'm missing anybody. Oh, Indiana doesn't have a representative, and Halliburton is not gonna make it. Would I put Turner? I'm gonna have to look at that one. I'm gonna have to look at the numbers on it. And so let's put this last open spot. It's got to be a front court player. Turner. I'm gonna look at the numbers between Turner. I'm not seeing anybody else on. I know Durant is having a pretty decent year, but he's not all-star level. Nobody on Charlotte, of course. Toronto, nobody. Boston, I'm not putting Porzingis on there. Maybe you could, with that, you're giving you 4 Celtics. That's a little overkill, and I don't know if Porzingis' numbers or games played will get you there. I'd probably put Turner before I put, and just to give Pacers, who are the 5th seed right now, right? Just to get a Pacers representative, LaMelo doesn't deserve it. There's guards that are playing better than him this year. Not LaMelo, Halliburton doesn't deserve it. You got so the Pacers, let's go to the Central. The Bulls don't deserve it. The Bulls don't deserve one. They're horrible. They're just not a good team. The Bulls. I mean, Kobe White is good again. They have nothing in the front court. I mean, what you do, Vucevic? I gotta guess. Vucevic is a candidate. I'm gonna look at his numbers compared to Turner and Porzingis. So the Central is going to have Milwaukee's already got one. Again, I'm snubbing Dame. No one else. I mean, Middleton had played enough games. I'm snubbing Dame, and he's basically the second guy. There are a few guys in the periphery, the role players who help their turnaround. So Jared Allen, Jared Allen's going to be a candidate. I'm also going to look at Scotty Barnes and RJ Barrett's numbers to so again, this is my last spot. Banchero, I can't consider Banchero. Cannot consider him. Bizaki for Orlando, just to give Orlando one, but I don't know. I mean, between him and Suggs is just not one of the top 6 guards in the East this year. Very good story, very good play this year. Defensively, might make all defensive team, might deserve it. But hold on, I'm staying in the Central. Indiana, Milwaukee, Detroit. Indiana, Milwaukee, Detroit, Chicago. The other Central team is Indiana, Detroit, Milwaukee, Chicago. Who's the other Central team? Jesus Christ. It'd be easier if I just kind of had the standards in front of me, but I'm making this video, so unless I look at my other phone, I can't. Matter of fact, let me pull it out. All right. So I can get more organized because this video is getting lengthy at this point. Damn it. And I don't have charge on my second phone. Or do I? Let's see. Crazy. I mean, look, the league has made divisions not really matter, which is kind of, I think, one thing that you can always do to spice up the league Did a couple of in-division rivalries. Southeast Miami, again, we've been through them. Orlando, we've been through them. Charlotte. Atlanta. Trae Young, I'm snubbing. I know he's playing well. Again, come on. You want to see Trae Young again over Cade Cunningham? I mean, trust me, guys. Cade Cunningham is better than Trae Young. I know I'm a Trae Young critic. I mean, trust me, it's not personal. It's not as personal as people would think. Because I was the guy saying tank for Trae Young back, the year after Porzingis towards ACL with the Knicks. All right, damn it! I got 1%. I gotta put this on the charge for sure. All right. But Jalen Johnson. See, could you put Jalen Johnson on the team and not put Trae? But again, we got too many guards. Am I bringing 7 guards to the All-Star game from the East? Is it fair to do that? I don't know. Is it fair to put 7 guards? Can I do it? I mean, I don't know what I apologize because I don't know exactly what the parameters of the All-Star selections are anymore. I mean, just go 12 best players or what? But I mean, me personally, if I'm doing it, I want 6 guys in the front court. I want 6 front court players. Again, I'm a front court guy with a back court anyway. And they used to do 2 centers, 2 or 3 centers, 4 forwards, 5 guards at the best, at the most. So I already got 6. And again, Tyler Hero deserves it. Jimmy Butler, no. Bam, no. I mean, sometimes, it's a change in the guard situation going on. So I don't think those guys deserve it. Tyler Hero has had a breakout year. And again, sometimes the All-Star is about seeing someone new. Again, Mobley, guys got to be showcased. This is why Cleveland doesn't get the national games that they deserve, in my opinion. A lot of people don't know who Mobley is or haven't seen him really ball. I know that this you got the Southeast again. LaMelo. It's time for him to get the national stage. He's actually healthy for once. He is a dynamic player. The numbers were dictated. At least the average numbers. So LaMelo has definitely got to get on that team. Especially being the leading vote getter for guards, and they feel that he was snubbed by not starting. Again, I'm kind of glad we do the 50, 25-25 because, again, the fans clamor to see him, and they deserve it. They deserve to see him. But he deserves to be a reserve, not, he's not on a winning team. Washington, again, no. That's the Southeast. Washington, Orlando, Miami, Charlotte. The other Southeastern team is Atlanta. We've been through the Atlantic. Toronto, New York, Philly, Brooklyn, Boston. So, the Central is Indiana, Chicago, Milwaukee, Detroit. What the hell am I missing in the Central? Milwaukee, Detroit, Chicago. All right. So, I got a couple of candidates. I guess the centers, Vucevic we can look at. We can look at Porzingis. Again, I'm leaning no on the Porzingis. We can look at Jared Allen. I want to really look at their numbers. Again, I don't have numbers in front of me. I don't look at numbers to make points. I make points by looking at the numbers. I look at basically if I've seen them play, if I see their impact. But then once I see that the impact is virtually equal, I mean, Porzingis has had great impact. I just don't think he has the games played like Jared Allen has the games played. I would say I would draft Porzingis first, but then if I'm looking at impact and team success, then I'm gonna just give the nod to a Jared Allen. Turner is one I'm considering. So I got Detroit, Milwaukee, Indiana, Chicago, and who is the other Central team I'm missing? Let me look at the standings real quick. All right. So let me look at the standings real quick, and I'm going to just kind of look at the numbers. We'll go to NBA.com, look at the numbers. I wanted this to go a little smoother. But, hey, this is creative thought process here for anybody that sees this. Let's see. So I was looking up NBA also. Okay, let me go to Yahoo. Because there's one team that I'm seeming not to remember in the Central. I went through all the Southeastern teams. I went through all the Atlantic Division teams. There's always something. All right, I have to write this down. Okay. All right. Yeah, man, rough creative process. But like I said, I like to keep fresh perspective. My thoughts are always off the head. I don't, I try not to write down script, but I'll get, okay, standings. Chicago, Milwaukee, Atlanta. Oh, God damn it, Cleveland. So Cleveland was the team. Again, I already covered Cleveland's team, so I got all the teams. As I'm looking at it, Orlando is a 500. Look at you got 3 teams in the Southeast that are 500 right now. As of today, the standings, the playoffs would be Atlanta, Orlando, Miami. Chicago would be in a play-in with Miami, Atlanta, and Orlando would play. Detroit right now is in a 6, and I'm actually going to predict them to get the 6. I'm going to predict them. I'm actually going to predict them to take over Indiana. So for that reason alone, you definitely got Cade Cunningham earning his spot, right? So again, with the guard play this year, I'm not including Halliburton, so I'm looking at Indiana's numbers real quick. All right, we got Yahoo. All right, I'm looking at Indiana's numbers real quick, and I'm going to go down, just go down the creative process of what I think should the All-Star guard. So Siakam, I didn't consider Siakam. So Turner again, just a poor rebounder. Great elite shot blocker. He blocks 2 a game. He has a 49, 40, 74 shooting split. Good to have an elite. And he's played in 40 games. Actually, Indiana has been relatively injury free. Halliburton numbers are better than you think, or better than I thought. They're at 18, 4, and 9, 18, 3.6, 8.8. He's actually got 1.2 steals. He's not, Benny Math is taking a step up. All right, so Turner to 14-7. The 15-5, 7-1, and 2 blocks. Again, he's always been somewhat of a anomaly at the rebound. And Siakam deserves consideration at 20.1, 7.3. So I'm going to put Siakam in that category. Let's look at Cleveland. Look at Cleveland's numbers, because I want to look at again. I wanted center. I would have maybe I would take because I'm taking Mobley. Maybe I would take Siakam over Turner. But I do believe Turner is the best player in that front backcourt, but the number in the front court, but the numbers don't exactly show. Jared Allen is 14-10, a steal and a block, 71% from the field. He doesn't shoot threes, and it's 5% from the line. That's really, really solid. It's really, really solid. I'm not sure all-star. The numbers for Mobley, we go 18.6, 8.8. He's a good shot block at 1.4, 57, 42, 42, 77. Like that. That right there clinches it for me for Mobley. So I'm not even like Mobley's on my team. 18, even though 18.6 is not 18.6 and 8.8 is good, very good, but not, lock numbers. Those shooting splits, I mean, and what Cleveland is, definitely. I think Mitch is already starting. His shooting splits is not the greatest, but Mitchell is the engine on that team. So let me look at Detroit. I'm just gonna look at Detroit for shits and giggles because I want to see how what's the name is doing. Matter of fact, I should be kind of all right. This is kind of rough from this. So Detroit again. I'm predicting them to get to the 4-5 slot. They could even overtake Milwaukee. They're not going to overtake the Knicks. All right, but Detroit, I am actually so. If Cunningham is definitely in there. Look at that, 24-6. Cunningham at 24-6. 6.5, 9.4. I know the turnovers are high, but those shooting splits are terrific. Turin at 10.1, 9.8. I'm not even gonna consider him. I was just curious about his numbers. All right. Okay. Well, look at Boston because I want to see Porzingis' numbers. I already got Jaylen Brown and White. I guess we should look at White's numbers too, just in case. I think White is really having great numbers this year. Okay. Damn loaded. Alright, make sure the phone is charged. Okay, well, how am I back at Cleveland? Okay, rough process. Come on, bro. So, looking at Boston. Please go to Boston. All right. Okay, let's look at Boston. They're 17th in assists. That's a little bit of a surprise to me. Okay, so White is 16.1. I thought he averaged more points. So Porzingis is 18 point. Yeah, 19 games. Just can't do it with Porzingis has no shot. 19 games. White, I thought his raw numbers would be higher. But again, he is one of the look. He's having a 1.2. I want White on the team. Look, as good as White is defensively, and see, this is gonna Peyton Pritchard. Damn, Peyton Pritchard that's a big step up. Holiday is kind of taking a step back in far, but playing the 30 minutes, they got a good top 8. Definitely a good top 8 on that team, very deep. But yeah, Porzingis is out. All right, I'm pulling up Orlando's numbers because I want to see how many Franz Wagner. So Franz Wagner played 25 games. That's very interesting. That's a lot of games played. Carroll got a lot of votes, but the 11 games played just got back. He was averaging 28. The averages dipped down. It's gonna be hard to put an Orlando Magic on the team. Zaki, no. Tazi, no. Not at all. I can't do it in any Orlando Magic. Suggs, again, defensive player, all defensive team consideration, but he's not an all-star. So I'm looking at Atlanta stats now. Um, I'm looking at Atlanta stats. Right now they're in the 7th seed, or the 8th seed, whatever you count it. Trae Young, again, the 11.6 and 23.1. That is pretty impressive. The shooting splits have improved. Like, he's above 40. I'm looking at Jalen Johnson because look at these numbers. 50 to 31.2 is not the greatest. Jalen Johnson, probably not going to make it. I mean, you might want to put in the Orlando Magic, Atlanta Hawk and Trae Young. I just think the backcourt is heavy. So now I'm scared that Trae Young is going to knock out a Derek White. And I think a Derek White, again, what he is defensively, deserves to be there. So now I'm looking at Chicago stats. Vucevic at 20. Oh, man. Vucevic is... if I got to get 2 centers on this team, and I'm not considering LaVine, and he does have pretty good numbers though. Wow, LaVine can take out Derek White with those numbers. I can't front those numbers are dope, but I just think LaVine is a losing player. Vucevic would be my second center. Looking at these numbers, I know he doesn't block shots or play defense with, and it should. But they got 2 guys 50, 40, 80, and that's pretty impressive. So again, why is Chicago not winning, especially with Kobe White playing good as a third option? Dosunmu is playing well. They got Josh Giddey there. He's their leading assist guy. Again, that's I guess you got 3 or 4 guards surrounding Vucevic, and that might be the issue. Kobe White, one of these years, he'll get some recognition. Giddey, I guess they consider him a forward. Patrick Williams. LaVine's numbers, bro. I guess, again, I'm going to consider Vucevic because he has been the second best center in the East. Just looking at these numbers, you can't deny that. He's been the second. Look at those numbers, man. He's definitely got to be the second best center in the East. All right, quickly, I just want to look at the Hornets just for LaMelo's numbers. Brandon Miller, oh my God, Brandon Miller's out for the season. Wow, that's huge. I just learning about that. Gotta basically see who takes the load now for fantasy. Hold on. I must say a game like this, and I'm not trying to broadcast too much. I don't know about these copyright strikes, but a game like this, the Celtics have hit one of their last 11 threes, is why I am not that convinced about the Celtics' ability to turn things on. They let LeBron James get an offensive rebound. See, to me, these are the few things LeBron James has never been a great offensive rebounder. I'm not seeing the defensive intensity. I know they played last night, and that's another thing that I'll get into about how the Lakers always got teams coming in to the Laker set back to back, and they'll always give the Lakers the second end of the back to back. So the Lakers are getting the tired team while. And that game went down to the wire last night with the Clippers. So, this is one of the things they do to help the Lakers win a few more games, is give teams the second under the. Let me make sure I'm not just talking on my ass. That Boston actually did play last night. They didn't play Tuesday. The schedule. But again, still, looking, the team is deep. This is the NBA. Back-to-backs have been happening forever. And this is one of the things that makes me think Boston so they played last night. You see what I'm saying? They played 3 and 4 nights. They played at Golden State. That was a laugher on Monday. That's the one I watched. Then they played the Clippers last night, and they played the Lakers tonight. This is what they do. They always hook up the Lakers. You see this right here? They always hook up the Lakers with the back-to-backs scenarios. All right, so I just want to look at, because I'm going to end this soon. It's one of, like I said, I want to make a decision on who my last All-Star is for the East. I almost want to stick to my guns with White, but it might be kind of hard based on the numbers to give it to the Clippers. The Clippers get Washington tonight. The Clippers get Washington. Oh, they get. Oh, I see what they did. They gave a fresh Washington team to the Lakers, but they give a tired Boston team to the Lakers, and they give at least a 1 day rested Boston team to the Clippers, and then they give a tired Boston team. I swear. So they did a dosey though. Both the Washington Clippers, Lakers, and Boston were all in town, all in LA last night. And they'll give the Lakers, let's see, where did the Lakers play Washington? A laugher. You played Washington the last night, or the other night. Let me look at the Lakers schedule. One of the things, but I want to get back to the All-Star thing, man. Okay, so they did play Washington 2 nights ago. So they give the Lakers, give the Lakers a day rest. They give them a laugher in Washington. Everybody knew Washington was going to be horrible this year. And they bring Boston in on a back-to-back after they played the Clippers, and then they make the Clippers play Washington. So Washington has been in town at least since the 21st or the 20th. And they get both LA teams. They give the Lakers them first. And then they give the Clippers. They give the Clippers. This is the Lakers, so they get Boston. So your Boston playing the Clippers tonight. So, look, it is what it is. That's one of the things they do. Okay, let me look because I was just looking at Boston's team and I was trying to look at the numbers here. I just go team by team. I could have went, but I just wanted to see anybody else in the periphery who might be good, and worthy. Let me just look at 12 wins for Toronto. It's almost pointless to look at the Scotty and R.J. Barrett are really having good numbers this year. Okay, R.J. 22.3. Nice solid numbers for R.J., but that's not good enough. That's six assists. Man, that 6 assists is pretty good. You look at it. They got 3 guys, the top 3 guys, quickly and counted. Even though he's only played 9 games, been unfortunately struck by the injury bug this year. But that team might be a team if they build it right. Grady Dick is getting 16. Glizzy, Grady Glizzy. That's what I'm gonna start calling him. All right. No Toronto is gonna make it. No Raptor. Oh yeah, Miami was the last team I wanted to look at and look at their numbers because I might have to. I'm going to look at Adebayo. Look at Adebayo, 15-6, 45-27. You're shooting threes. You got to make them. Defensive play is probably pretty decent, but yeah, I'm not taking Adebayo. I'm not taking Adebayo this year. Tyler Hero definitely. Tyler Hero's numbers definitely 5.7, 5.0. Jimmy Butler has pretty much disqualified himself, even though he has pretty nice numbers with the shooting splits. A center at 45.5 is nasty work. The 9-7 rebounds I can take. The 4.5 assists is pretty good. The steals and blocks numbers are pretty good, but this is definitely a down year for Adebayo. And I really would take Turner even with the numbers we saw earlier, or the numbers I gave you. I probably didn't show it on screen. But yeah, man. If I had to make a decision, Jalen Johnson, he went to Duke. I know he was kicked off the team, but he still has Duke as his. So I'll be a little biased to put him on it, But Jalen Johnson is definitely one of the dynamic talents in the league, up and coming. Look, I got an up and coming in Cade. His numbers and performance has definitely dictated that. Cade is on the team. Halliburton has decent numbers, but I'm cutting Halliburton. I'm cutting Garland. I'm cutting Dame. I don't even care. I don't even want to look at his numbers. I don't care. And look, the numbers are pretty. The numbers will probably put Levine on it. I'm gonna go Vucevic. So, let's do this. Let's do this. The numbers are, I mean, the starters are Karl Anthony Towns, Giannis, Tatum, Mitchell, and Jalen Brunson at the guard, as a point guard. Your first guy off the bench is definitely a lock. Is Jalen Brown. Your second guy, AD taking them fadeaways, not a good look. Your second, Lakers are wearing them out. See, this is Boston's Achilles heel. This is Boston's Achilles heel. They too much on the three. I mean, can you go to the mid range? Can you go and again, I don't see this spread them out, shoot the three thing like everybody. Look, it's just you know, Tatum is starting to take off again. He's already an all-star. But my 7 reserves, I'm going Brown. I'm going Brown right now. I'm going Cade. I'm going Mobley. I think I justify putting Mobley on the team. The Cavs deserve two players. They're having the best record in the league as well. I'm not going in the Orlando Magic, even though Wagner's had a nice year in 27 games, but I just can't take him. I'm taking Vucevic, man. He's my last guy. He's my second center. 17-point lead. Yeah, this is again. I know it's the second of a back-to-back, but I mean, look, Boston has all capability of winning tonight, but excuse me, guys. I will do this. I will toggle through things. I'm watching the game, but I'm also thinking about the All Stars at the same time, and I should do one or the other. But I just had to get off the. Look at this, another 3. The intensity is not there. The intensity is not there. And again, I know you got to beat them in a 7-game series, but I don't see anything dominant about this Boston team to believe that they cannot be. Because again, last year they were not challenged because nobody had their top 2 that they played in the East. Look at this. They're down by 21. And this is not LeBron and AD doing it. This is the peripheral guys. This is Reeves, Connect, and Hachimura. Actually, that was just Hachimura. I mean, Connect. They're letting a rookie dominate them. Hachimura dominate them. Connect going to heat check, offensive rebound, nice block by Tatum. 80 crying to the refs. But all right, I might have to. Halftime will be soon. Okay, Drew Holiday with the corner 3. Anthony Davis still mission. You're up by 21 against the defending champions. Keep your focus. Okay, Davis not playing mad. Lost the ball. Stolen. Here comes off Laker ball. All right, so again, Mobley, Brown, Vucevic, and Cunningham. Those are definitely 4. Tyler Hero, that's 5. Mobley, Brown, Connect, Tyler Hero. No, I said Connect. Mobley, Brown, Cunningham, Tyler Hero. I still want to put Derek White in there. I mean, it's gonna be a stretch because you guys gotta have more impressive numbers like Trae Young. Overall numbers like Trae Young. I got blocked by Horford. So yeah, is Boston turning it up now? There you go. All right. So those are 5. Those 2 guys I was talking about earlier. Those are my 5 locks. Vucevic. I'm gonna put Vucevic on there. Give the Bulls a player. It might be hard to keep an Atlanta Hawk off. So wait a minute. On the backcourt, I got Hero, Cunningham. See, Garland is out. AD looking mad now. Okay, that was a great offensive rebound. But see, that's another thing. Boston is a little interior soft. They're a little interior soft. If you can drive down their throats, pause. You can get the ball down their throats, and they're off on a 3-4 series. They can be taken out. I'm just not that impressed by Boston. Again, they're a great team, but all I'm saying is I don't see them to be unbeatable. So we're going to go to halftime now, and I'm probably focusing on because it's an interesting conversation. I'm gonna get into the West. A little bit. I've seen